Okay, everybody, we're not live streaming, but we are recording. So if you're watching this, it's probably later on in the day of November 22nd here at the rodeo rink at the Eagle County Fairgrounds. It is Vail QEA versus Durango. And Durango there in the black and blue and Vail in the white. We don't know a ton about this team. Sometimes that Durango team's been real good. But we do know that they don't have a ton of players. They looks like only 3-4 on the bench. So they have a second line and then are going to be probably playing three defensemen as the puck goes right on net right away. I should pay attention to that part of the game. Here's puck moving around behind the net from Dylan Bankert. And that is picked up there by, that is Cruz January, number 44, in the corner, working hard to get that puck. Bankert helping him out there. On defense, you've got Bates and Roman there, Roman at right D, and then Garvey at right wing helping out, just getting that puck right there and sending it deep into the zone to continue that forecheck. You know, if Durango, we're going to play him a couple of times. We'll see with this lack of lots of players as Boyd comes out and gets it into the zone, stepping onto the ice. We'll see if this Durango team can keep up with all the action and stay fresh. So if they're going to present a challenge as the puck kind of gets stuck on a little wet spot there, they're going to have to stay fit. They got lots of games, and they don't have a lot of players. That can be a disadvantage as time goes on. So if you're Durango, you want to score early, but that's Weinreich right there, centering pass. It comes out to the point, picked up there by Coles and sent in. He goes down. This rodeo ice is better, but it's a little bit different than some of the other ice we play on. I see folks go down more often. Weinreich out in front. That's Denton there. No, it's not. That's picking up right there and trying to send it back in is number 8. Is that Bastien? I better pull out my roster. I thought I had these guys memorized. I'm pretty sure that's Bastien. That's Nolan Rosé. Of course it is. Picking it up there and trying to skate through everyone is Boyd. Sends it deep there to Chopko. Chopko now behind the net. Backhands it. Thought he had a trailer but didn't. And now picking that up is Denton. Denton, number 19, behind the net. Cutting back. Tried to center. Managed to hold on to it. The puck's acting a little funny. It's not sliding the way that maybe it always normally does. It's kind of stalling out here and there. And kept in there nicely by Roman. Picked up there by Ryder. And now Bastien's shot is wide. Bastien picking it up and sending it deep. He's got Denton out there with him. And puck's going to come all the way down closer to our camera here. And Bates Gourbold pursues it. So we do have some lineup changes. You can see you got Bankert, Garvey, and Cruz January out there on offense. And then on defense, right D, Loden Coles on left, Bates Gourbold. So with a new lineup, sometimes it takes me a minute to make sure I'm calling the kids' names out right. I'll do my best on that so you can make sure to track your grandson or friend or son or daughter or granddaughter or cousin. Or maybe you're just watching because this is great hockey. There's Bankert with a nice pass over to Coles. Coles shot for the point, blocked, deflected wide. Picked up by Bates, sent down deep. Cruz January trying to get a handle on it behind the Durango net. Durango trying to break it out. They haven't really been able to put any pressure on our side of the ice quite yet. Centering pass through the skates and picked up by Durango, but poked away by Gourbold. Can they exit the zone? Hard to tell where that blue line is, but Durango now finally in the neutral zone. Coming down on Coles. Coles pushing him wide outside. Good stick there. That cutback move, very popular at this age group and almost never works. Poked ahead there and out of the zone by Bankert. Not out of the zone. Sent back down deep by Durango. And we haven't called Dory Parrish's name yet. She's in goal for Vail. And here goes Bankert. He's all alone. Can he beat one player through the skates? Nice little nutmeg move there. He almost sent it through the skates of the defender to himself. Boyd gets involved in the fray. There's Nash. Sucic, first time I've called his name, on number 10 there on defense. Playing that puck with good back-checking pressure from Boyd. Now Chopko all the way back here, picking that puck up, sending it up to Boyd. Boyd, nice pass up to Weinreich. Weinreich can't quite handle it, but he does come away with it. He's going around the outside, stops, turns, looking now, sees Boyd. Boyd trying to keep it from becoming a turnover, and it goes behind the net. Weinreich to Boyd. Boyd shot into the skates of the defender and deflected out. Now here comes Durango on the breakout. Puck goes deep. That's going to be Sucic, which a pass. No. That was, Chopko with the pass over to Sucic. And now Weinreich, and the defender goes down. Weinreich all alone in front of the net. Lost the handle on it, into the goalie, and then slamming into the goaltender is Rizet. And the goalie covers it up there for Durango. A little bit of a collision as Rizet went in hard for that puck. It's one of the things about playing goaltending in hockey, that there are sometimes collisions in front of the net. It's where the play is most furious, is in front of the net, and the goaltender fortunately going to be okay. But even with all that padding, those collisions can be pretty intense. So now let's see who we have out there. Wes Bastien heading to center. Ryder Board at right. Denton at left. Then you got Roman at right D. And I think that's Bates there at left D. It is. So pressure from Denton. Round. Bastien and Bates keep it in. Denton trying to put pressure on. That puck's going to be just wide of the net for icing. Nice to see our young referee out there. That is Daniel Litvikov, who's a Bantam B player, quite a good one, who's here refereeing today. We're so grateful for that, except for the fact that I'm not sure if he'll make his game this afternoon with my son against Colorado Springs this afternoon. I'll have to find that out from referee Litvikov later. We need him. He's good. Good young player and a good ref, too. He's making good calls. We're so glad he's doing that. And he is, too. I get to run carpool with him. He likes the money. All right, good play there from Bastien on the back check. Played the puck in the body perfectly. Coming the other way is Board. Gets it knocked away, but picked up by Denton. Durango doing a great job putting pressure on, but Denton comes away with the puck. He's down deep, circling. Looking for a place to send it. He's going to stuff it in there, and he does. Got the goalie to move just a little bit out of position there, anticipating the centering pass, and then very quickly turned around and put that puck, I believe, through the legs on the 5-hole of the goaltender, and it's 1-0 with 8:31 to play in the first period. All the action in the offensive zone for Vail so far, and a nice goal from Denton there. He's did a couple goals like that where he whips around real quick like a tornado and puts that puck in the back of the net. There's Chopko playing defense, sending it deep. It's out there with Coles. And then that's Bankert line, which includes Garvey and Cruz January. So there's Loden Coles picking it up behind the net. Nice shouldering that puck, that defender off. Nice little pass up to Garvey, and what a nice little one-timer up to Bankert, but couldn't quite connect. And now Garvey on the pursuit. Nice stick handling from Durango there to find the space. But Bankert says, nope, not going to get through the neutral zone without a little pressure from us. Garvey down, back on his feet, gets the puck, sends it deep. Nice move there. And that gives Cruz January the opportunity to forecheck behind the net. Looking for an outlet pass to Chopko. Chopko with a shot. Blocked, picked up, skated the other way. Here comes Durango. That's Boyd on the pursuit. No, Chopko all the way back. And pressured nicely there by Sucic. Up to Boyd along the boards, looking for the outlet pass. Manages to fight his way through, gets it to Bankert. Bankert entering the zone. Still has it. Good puck control there from Bankert. Boyd. Sucic, big shot, gets deflected wide as Bankert goes for his shift and gets Rizet out there. So Rizet, as you can see, playing offense, and Chopko playing defense. That's another lineup change. Here comes Boyd. Steps up just in time to deflect that shot, and Parrish gloves it wide. Cleared up to Rizet on the left wing there. Nice little chip and chase from Rizet. Decides to skate it left. Weinreich trying to stay on sides and doesn't. So that'll reset this lineup. Sucic and Bates on D. Weinreich, Rizet, and Boyd. That's an interesting, fun offensive lineup. That's Weinreich at center, Boyd at right, Rizet at left. Over to Boyd. Nice little win of that face-off. It's got to be quick. Just in time. Gets it up to Weinreich. Bouncing puck. Cleared out by Durango. Here they come the other way. Sucic, just excellent play of the puck and body there. Perfectly done. That's as a mouth guard goes flying. Durango players got to come get it. There's Weinreich trying to get it to Boyd. No, and now Rizet. And a good save by the goaltender. Rizet comes away with it. Centering to Boyd and in. Puck was bouncing around everywhere there. Rizet with the shot on net, cleared to the side. He picks up his own rebound, sees Boyd. Goaltender's out of position. And all Boyd had to do there was just knock that puck in. So it is now 2-0, 6:08 to play. All Vale so far in this matchup. As Bastien take this face-off. He's got Denton on the left and Ryder Board on the right. Poked up by Bastien. Got Coles and Roman on D. Picked up by Denton. Denton to Board. Bastien. Good pass there to Roman. Roman has a big shot. Can she get one off? No. Good pressure from Durango. Over to Denton. Centered to Ryder. Ryder with some nifty maneuvers back there. Denton trying to get it back to him. Does. Now the centering pass. Deflected off the skate. And with good communication. Nope. It's Coles with a big shot. Bastien. Center's blocked. Picked up, though, by Ryder, by Denton, and just shoots it wide. Coles. Shot. Saved. So the puck's been a little bouncy. I think as this ice has gotten a little snow on it, the puck's starting to skid along the ice a little better. And that's what I'm going to say has helped improve our passing. But what you'll see in this game so far is that bouncing puck when it's loose, when it's all around, when it's going into the corner, we're the first ones to the puck. And I think, early on, that's a good sign because Durango only has 3 defensemen and 2 lines. So they're only going to get more and more tired as we play with 3 lines and 5 defensemen. So being first to the puck, huge part of hockey, and we're doing that so far. This is the Bankert line now. That's Cruz January working behind the net there. Garvey's going to get involved. Garvey with a nice skate move there, and then strong on the puck, stays with it. A little help from Bankert. Bankert comes away with it. Shot. Upper left-hand corner. Good blocker save there by Durango. And Bankert again. Cutback move. So hard to stop. Nice pass up to Nash. Sucic, and the tip-in try does not connect with the stick of Cruz January, but that centering pass looked dangerous. It's all down in that end so far. Durango, the ref has his hands up, and Durango is going to get a power play. We're going to get hooking on number 44. I didn't see it, but there was so much action down there. I'm sure it was the right call. And so here comes the penalty kill. It's going to be Boyd and Weinreich with Loden, Coles, and Sawyer Roman. So 5-on-4 hockey. Durango with the advantage, down 2. 4:11 to play. It's going to be, as soon as it's up on the board here, 1 minute, 30-second power play for Durango. Bouncing puck won by Weinreich. Good hand-eye coordination there from Weinreich to win that face-off. Big part of hockey, winning face-offs. All the way down over the stick of Boyd and called for icing. Let's see if Weinreich can pull that off again. Got to have a lightning quick stick and a lot of power to win faceoffs. See line right there in that very low stance, wins it again. Cole's just trying to bounce it up and out. Is that going to be icing too? No. So Boyd gets there first. Boyd, nice little deception to center it. Fake left, went right, centered it, but couldn't connect. Now behind the net, it's Boyd and Weinreich. Boyd's got it. They let him walk in. He gets the shot on net. He could have walked that even further. And here comes another penalty kill unit. It's going to be Rizet and Bastine. Coles and Roman staying out there. Even on the penalty kill, the puck is still down on their end. Oh, and there's that funny spot of the ice. I've seen that puck die there a couple of times. I wonder if that's just happenstance or if there's something going on with the ice over there. Here comes Durango. Nice poke check there by Loden Coles. Speaking of hand-eye coordination, centering pass unsuccessful. Roman will not let that puck be shot on net. So great lift of the stick from her. That's classic quality defense there from Roman. Puck comes down, it's rolling, and that's going to be icing. Would have been a potential breakaway there for number 95 on Durango if that puck had connected as the defense were on a change. You see now it's Chopko and Gorbold out on D. Five on four for another 14 seconds. 2:55 left to play in the first. 2-0 for Vail. Chopko's shot is blocked into the neutral zone. Gorbold handles it easily, gets it up to Rizet. Rizet trying to send it deep. All you got to do in a penalty kill is get across the red line and then send it deep. Kill that clock. And it's 5-on-5 hockey as Cruz January comes out of the box, gets a change there for Denton, who's going to pick it up on the left-hand side but can't handle it. Sent back deep. Bates with lots of time. Gets it up. Nope. Can't quite connect with Denton, but there we go. Now it's up and out on a Bankert's play. That's Ryder Board out there with this lineup right now. So I don't know if the penalties kind of messed up our right wingers, but I think Ryder's playing with this line for now. That's fine. That happens in hockey all the time. Chopko with a nice, smart play. Remember, he hasn't played defense in a game with this team yet. Shot, deflection missed, and great save by Parrish. Chopko bangs it hard up to Ryder Board. Puck squirts out to the center of the ice. Denton gets it to, and that same move there by Bankert. And he kind of ends up with it. He's trying to slide it through the defender's skate and pick it up on the other side. It's a wonderful move if you can pull it off. I like it more than the cutback because it puts the puck toward the net and turns it into a foot race. With Bankert in a foot race, you're probably in good shape. Denton with a nice move in and save by Durango. So Denton made a nice little quick move there, right, left. Came back, shoveled it on net, couldn't quite hit the target and into the chest of the goaltender. So 1:17 left in the first. Shots are counted as 10-1. That seems accurate to me. 2-0 Vail still. One thing I'll say about Durango is they're not going to be, it's cold in this arena. They're not going to be cold. They're all going to be. Here's Bankert in front, waiting till he has a lane, circling, looking, cuts back the other way. Oh, it was a good deceptive move there, but Roman couldn't handle it. So now she's wheeling. She's got speed, coming around the outside. On her backhand, cuts back to the middle. Gets it over almost to Bankert, but that connection did not happen. So now Cruz January is going to put the pressure on. Little help from Garvey. Bankert takes Garvey down. Now they come the other way. Sucic on D. Good back check from Garvey. Excellent play That is another textbook great defensive play, and it's why defensemen really count on offense to back check there. Here comes Bankert going the other way. Bankert all alone, one man to beat, cuts inside. Shot is up and high and over the net, off the glass, picked up by Cruz. January sent deep by Chaco. Puck now comes out, and that buzzer takes away a potential scoring opportunity for Durango. So nothing going their way right now as we head into the second period with a 2-1 lead. Ready. So sorry, I said 2-1. It's 2-0. As you can hopefully see on the screen if you're watching this recording. And my anticipation is that we'll have a better view of this game here as they come down toward our end of the rink, as that's been the case so far. Vale's been playing almost exclusively in their offensive zone. Not right now, though, as Coles picks it up behind Parrish and wheels behind the net. Chaco switches with him. Coles wants to take it the whole distance. Here he goes. Down toward the net. He's getting surrounded. Out in front, Weinreich. Tipped away, and Rizet wanted that rebound but couldn't get it. Durango coming out the other way, but look at that great back check and just leaving very little opportunity for Durango to make a play. Just swarmed by white jerseys, forcing the offsides. And a quick change there to start the first period for that line. And in comes Bastien, Denton, Ryder Board with Roman and Sucic on D. So that's Bastien there at center. Wins it over to Denton, who does a nice little chip and chase to himself. Tries to flip it up to Bastien, not called off sides there. Lucky possibly for us. Great stick there by Denton, putting pressure on. Now Bastien trying to stop that breakout. A little help from Denton. Over to Board and out of the zone. Good back check. It's the heart of a good team is good back checking. Here comes Ryder Board with a nice cutback move to the corner. Another cutback, looking up. Find time, finds Bastien in front. Bastien can't quite turn that into a shot. Here's Roman. She will shoot. Just wide. Picked up by Board. Back to the D, but it slips through Sucic's stick. And Roman, with that great speed, will pick it up. Wheel around the outside. When she does this, she likes to skate it all the way. Here she goes across the blue line, across the red line, entering the zone, outside. Sends it all the way around to Ryder Board. Ryder pinned against the boards. Bastien's going to pick it up. Tries to center it. Denton is looking for another one. Can't quite get there. Roman steps in, plays the puck to Bastien, centering, and it's in. That's Ryder Board who put that in, I believe. I'd need to see the replay. I'm 90% certain that nice little play there, Roman to Bastien to Board, was Ryder Board's, but it kind of looked like the defenseman stick might have been involved. So with 12:16 left in the second, it's 3-0 Vail. Nice goal there. We'll credit that one to Ryder. And I'm pretty sure it was him anyway. Just couldn't quite get a perfect view of that. Sorry, but nice play there. Started with Roman keeping it in the zone, counting on those defense to do that at the blue line. Followed up nicely there by Bastien, who so quickly got that pass over to Ryder, who buried it for that third goal. And here comes Banker trying to weave through. Nice, dangerous shot on net there from Garvey. Garvey has it again off from Bankert and couldn't quite get a handle on it. Went off the heel of his blade and into the corner. Bankert with nice pressure there, keeping it in. Sends it deep and picked off by Durango. Blocked by Garvey. Now Bankert shovels it toward the net. Durango sending it back up and out. Cole's on D. Bates with him. And again, just solid defending. You almost feel for the offense when they have to face our defense sometimes. Just classic, really good form. Really, whoever's coaching them is doing a great job. So just really good defensive strategies, forms, good back checking, watching the belly of the player, pushing that puck outside. Really quick sticks on those sweep and poke checks, and Bankert sends it deep, but picked off by Durango. They're coming the other way across the red line. Gorbold. Sweep check turns into a trip, and that is going to land him in the box. So always a danger on those sweep checks. You miss the puck, you hit the skate, you go to the sin bin. So he will spend 1:30 of clock time in the bench. Will Bates, Gorbold, 10:55 left in this 3-0 contest between Vail and Durango. Working out the penalty kill here. It's going to be Rizet and Weinreich out there with Roman and need my binoculars. As soon as I see that number, I'll tell you. Oh, it's Coles. There's Coles with the puck. Skating up and out with it. Up to Rizet. Across the red line. Pressure's on. Trying to create chaos against this power play of the Durango team. Just trying to get it across the red line is Weinreich. Then he can dump it deep. And he does that successfully. Nicely, patiently done by Weinreich. He's the sole forechecker. Putting pressure on, trying to force the other team to make mistakes. They do. So Roman sends it deep. Weinreich pressuring. Yes, killing time, and then good backup there by F2, Rizet. But here they come, 2-on-2. Coles, the sweep check, successful. And down they go. That's incidental. No one's hurt. Kicked into the corner by Durango. Centering. Coles, Rizet, working hard to get that puck up and out off the glass. Good stop there by Durango to keep it in. Pressure's on. Roman with a good stick. Roman clearing it up out of the corner. Sends it all the way down. Is that on net? It is. What precision. That's the best way to kill a penalty. But she can't get the change. She wanted one, but now here comes Durango the other way. Roman is tired. She's got to keep him away from the net. The rebound up and gloved by Parrish. Great kick save by Parrish on the Durango shot. And then the rebound went up and over. It looked like it was going to be one of those really funky plays where the puck butterflies up and over, hits the back shoulder of the goalie and bounces in. But Parrish with a good eye out there like an outfielder. Puts her glove up and stops that. Solid attempt. 1 second left on the penalty kill. And so Boyd gets it, and he's got Bates with him. Gorbold sending it the wrong way, accidentally probably. Gorbold doesn't realize that it's the second period, and he's playing this way, not that way. So he's going to go recalibrate, and we're going to get a fresh face-off here. That happened in a basketball game the other day. And I'll tell you, one of our kids just made one of the most awesome plays you've ever seen. Right up, lay it, even past it, lay up, and it scored 2 points for the other team. Bound to happen at the start of the second period. Always a little bit disorienting. Here we go now. You've got Chopko out there on D with the Bastine, Denton, and Boyd out there with this grouping. So here's Boyd now, trying to pick it up on his backhand. Makes a nice little poke check there. Trying to win it with his feet. Got to bash that puck forward, but can't quite get it away, and that shot's wide. Sucic very wisely let that one go by rather than accidentally tip it. Another good centering pass. Now Boyd's got to get that puck up and out. Can't quite. Defense sends it right back in. Okay, Sucic now with the proper breakout, trying to hit Boyd, but can he? Boyd tips it ahead, forward to Denton. This line seems a little disorganized as the puck bounces up and over, and I think that's probably good for us. We need to reset here. 8:25 left in the second, 3-0. And I think just a little bit of line confusion. It's funny how much line changes can sometimes alter your structure of the game. You get used to your line, and then if you get off kilter because of a penalty or power play or something, it can be a little disorienting, especially for the younger players. Here's Garvey, loses it. Banker gets it to him. Banker back to... Oh! And another shot, just deflected wide. But it's a penalty on Cruz January. So a nice exchange there. Garvey to Banker. Banker up and around. He went for the wraparound goal and then got his own rebound, sent it over to who was that? Anyway, ultimately Garvey gets it out in front, takes an incredible shot. Fortunate and/or really skilled save by Durango, so it remains 3-0, and Cruz January is in the penalty box for 1:30. Another penalty kill. Let's see if this one can go a little bit more smoothly. Durango really starting to bring the pressure here in the second. Not willing to go away quietly as Durango, but a nice play there by Garvey to get that puck all the way down and just wide of the net for icing. Otherwise, Bankert would have been on that. So Bankert, Garvey, Coles, and Gorbold on the ice for this penalty kill. Parrish doing great things back in net, as always. Silas January, our backup goalie, watching intently from the bench, assuming Silas will be in net this afternoon. Coles knocking it around. Chipped up there nicely by Gorbold and picked up by Coles. And nice play there, Garvey to Bankert. Bankert, one guy to beat, pushes him outside, cuts back and shoots. Upper left-hand corner, short-handed. Speed and precision. Can't catch him, and you can't stop a shot that's in that upper left-hand corner like that. Knocking the water bottle off of the net if the goalie had one. Great play there by Bankert. It's going to be 4-0 now. 7:31 left on the shorthanded goal. Now you're going to see Weinreich out there with Rosé. And on D, you've got Sucic and Roman. Still got to kill this penalty. Durango have been bringing better pressure here in the second. And Rosé chips it up and out. That is called icing appropriately by Daniel Lipikoff, who's quite a good hockey player himself. First-year Bantam. Got to make sure he gets down to that big game against Colorado Springs this afternoon. It's the number one team in our division. Well, other Suns division. We need them. Shot. Good save by Parrish. Cleared in front. Rebound. Just wide. I think Sucic got a piece of that. Pressure. Back to the point. Durango. Shot. and gloved by Parrish. It's in. Not gloved by Parrish. Shoot skis. Told you, Durango was bringing some pressure, and those penalties are starting to add up. And I guess all you can say on that one is at least then that penalty kill score was 1-1. One shorthanded and one that goes in. So good pressure from Durango. Vale's going to have to clean up the penalties. No more trippings, no more hookings. Stay out of the box. Don't give them a chance to come back. So out there now is Bastien, Denton at left, Ryder Board at right. Litvikov's waiting for that penalty to be erased from the board because it is 5-on-5 hockey now. And so Roman and Sucic there back on D. Everyone waiting for this clock to just be cleared. And maybe we'll just play on. It's not really critical that the penalty seconds are still up there because everyone knows it's 5-on-5 hockey and that goal erases the rest of the time. But boy, after my prediction that the puck would be down here more often has not completely come true. Durango's been keeping it in the zone there. And here comes Bastien, though. Got Denton with him. Bastien looking, tried to center it, but just missed the puck there. Denton was waiting for it with bated breath, trying to get his second of the game. And Chopko is going to circle with it on a nice pass from Parrish. The goaltender's always hoping to get that assist. Here goes Bastien. Can't quite get through the traffic. Denton fighting for it and sent deep, no icing. Chopko up to Ryder Board. Durango on a change. Centering pass, dangerous shot, and fortunately saved. Been watching a lot of youth hockey, as always, this year, and I'm trying to remember whether it's Tyler's team or Alex's team that's been turning over the puck like that a lot. And I'm realizing it might be both. Can't center that puck to the other team in your defensive zone. It's one of those lessons that you have to learn the hard way when you're young sometimes. As Garvey gets that puck and tries to clear it up and out. Good hustle there. Does end up getting it on Banker's stick, who looks wide and, just into the skates and out of Cruz's. But he gets it back, does January, and now the puck sent deep and across into the Durango zone. They send it right back out. And can Vale play with consistency in the offensive zone here in the second period with 5:22 left to play? Puck has been too often down in our zone, and fortunately getting away with not a tripping on that one. Too many penalties and not enough hustle. Sometimes get a little overconfident in these games. Banker trying to get in his backhand. Does come away with it. Banker centering. Oh, great idea. But just off the mark to Garvey. Hopping onto the ice and making the play there is Bates at the last second. Banker, the nice turn. Sends it deep to himself. Here's January in front. Banker starting to wheel. Looking up. Bouncing puck. Cuts inside. Looking. Wants to center it. Back door was Boyd, but couldn't get his second. And there's Banker being called out for a change. Roman's going to send it deep. Boyd's the only one on the forecheck here. And they bring it around. Puck up and out. Durango through the neutral zone. Weinreich on the back check. Roman now making the play. Sending it over to Gorbold. To Weinreich. Tried to hit Boyd. No, that's Rizet. Boyd on it. Rizet on it. Rizet gets it. Boyd's in front waiting for it. Centering blocked on a nice defensive stick there from Durango. Boyd trying to send it deep to Weinreich. He's trying to get it over to Rizet. Centering Boyd. Boy, he didn't get a lot of sauce on that tortilla, did Boyd. Kind of muffed it to the side. Rizet now putting pressure on. Picked up by Boyd. Boyd sometimes not using his stick as adroitly as I would wish. Comes back out. And Durango's going to send it try to send it into our zone, and does now. So passes around at Rizé. Rizé looking for the breakout pass to Weinreich, and it just kind of deflected off his stick. Good hustle there from Weinreich, though. Ends up with it in the corner, shielding, circling, sends it over to Boyd, who's going to look up, sees Weinreich, decides not to pass, makes a move, and then shoots and hits Denton's stick. That was close. Maybe that shot sometimes from Boyd could be a little harder and more accurate. It was a great move to get open in the slot, though, by him. And here comes Bastien, and Riderboard looking, no place to go with it, almost gets it over to Denton. That was nifty. He looked for a second like he didn't have anything, and then he found something, but it couldn't finish. Here goes Riderboard. And now we're playing in their zone a bit more. Here goes Denton now, wheeling, looking, work that puck around, make them work hard, keep it in the zone, and cycle, circle, pass, and score. That's the name of the game. Centering pass now to Bastien. Oh, and that'll be a trip for sure, as Vail cannot keep themselves out of the box here in the second. 2:05 left to play. 4-1 is the score. 2:05 left to play in the second. And this time it's Bastien with the tripping. So, lots of good quality time working on our penalty kill this period. Looking at it that way is Banker, and I'm going to guess Garvey. Yep, Bastien. Sorry, not Bastien. He's the one in the box. That's Garvey's got it now in his backhand, sending it up. That's Coles out there and Sucic. So Coles looking for his shorthanded goal. Shot. Good shot. And a nice save. Good rush there from Coles. Again, out there with Sucic on D. Bankert and Garvey on offense. 5-on-4. Minute 13 in the penalty kill and a minute 47 in the second period. Bankert. Sucic just wants to play it deep, wants to kill that time. So Bankert gets in there trying to prevent that breakout for Durango. He's doing a great job of it. Just slowing the game down, forcing them to make mistakes. Garvey read that play nicely. Now he's got it. Sends it back to Coles. Bouncing puck. Keeps it in. Bankert wheeling in front. Shot. Going for a second shorthanded goal. Just wide and over the net. Rung around the boards. Garvey and Bankert say, listen, we can do this. 2v3, we can still give you a headache. Well played there by Bankert, knocking my phone off the boards with that perfectly legal, just the right amount of physical play for the Pee Wee division. I love to see it because that'll come in handy next year when he's a bantam. Drew's January diving to make the play, but he's still in the zone. Good hesitation and patience there from Sucic. Sends it to Coles, who whips it just past Weinreich. Goalie doesn't know where it is. Shot is just wide. Off a strange carom, that puck ended up in front of the net. The goaltender didn't know it was there. And the penalty is over as Weinreich works behind, centering just past Drew's January. Big shot from Bates is up and over the net. Deflected off the glass. Weinreich hustling hard. Now good play there from Chopko to try and keep it in. All alone is Bates on a 2-on-1. Good get back from Chopko to help out. Around the outside. Good stick by Bates at the last second. He gets kind of hooked away from the play, and that shot is wide. And picked up by Weinreich. He's got lots of room to skate as Durango's out for a change. Centering pass to not centering pass, but the go-ahead pass to Rizé is going to end in a buzzer as it's 4-1. Vail on a very strange penalty-heavy second period. We'll be back for the third in a second. So this is the first of 4 games at the Rodeo Arena this weekend. Our internet is highly questionable, non-trustworthy, like a Nigerian prince, this internet. So we just can't trust it. But if you're watching, it's probably on record. And here we go. I should start calling the game. Centering pass behind the net. That's Ryder board out there with Denton working that puck behind the net down there. Bastien waiting for it out in front. Ends up on Ryder's stick. Whiffs, but recovers. And then behind the net again to Denton. Denton looking. Good pass out to Bastien's. Shot deflected up and over the net. Good pressure there. Now Roman. Now Denton. That's Ryder. Bastien is working the puck around nicely. Bastien again. Great quick puck movement. Durango's looking tired and unable to pressure this Vail squad as they move that puck around nicely. Denton now cuts back and forth. Good look there. Centering. Bastien. What a great try. Roman keeps it deep. This is how hockey's supposed to be played. Work that puck around so you get that scoring opportunity. And Durango just wants no part of it. It's their turn to put a puck right on net as Bates Gourbold handles that puck nicely, sends it up and out. Almost too many men. Thank goodness no one played that puck. That was a sketchy change. You never know when that puck's going to suddenly arrive at your bench. And this will be icing. Does look like this ice is getting higher and higher quality as more and more Zamboni layers get laid down on it. More and more skating. Cannot thank the Vail Recreation District staff enough for all their hard work here, maintaining in this ice in this arena, all the parents that are volunteering, all the donors, over 300 of whom gave almost $1 million to this project. I think 5, if not 6, different governments and quasi-governmental agencies. Oh, and that's a checking from behind and bankered, unfortunately. He was going hard after that puck, which is what you're supposed to do, but right as he went for that play of the body, the opposing player turned, and so it ends up being he's touching his shoulder. I think we call that roughing. That's funny. I don't know that signal. I think that just means roughing. But here we are in the penalty kill again. This time it's Weinreich and Rizet, Sucic and Coles. Weinreich at center. Nice win. Right back to Coles. Perfectly done face-off. Coles up to Rizet. Gets it out of the zone. And here comes Durango on a nice counter play. Shot, gloved, rebound, cleared by Sucic. Nice play by Parrish there. Big collision. Durango 2-on-1. Coles is covering the front of the net. Backdoor shot, and the net's off. He's not going. He is going to call it because well done by Daniel there. That's a complicated refereeing situation to be in. When the net is off, the referee has the option to blow the play dead, but tries to do it in a manner that does not negate the offensive team's chance at a goal. So he waited until Vail had it, blew the whistle. Let it go, Daniel. At 14 years old, better than some of the adult refs I've seen so far. So nicely done there. Here goes Vail, backhands it up, out, not out. Here comes Durango, shot deflected, bouncing, rebound, cleared. Weinreich now working hard to get that puck out of there. Kind of suffered a high stick almost there, and I think probably a pretty wise icing try there by Rizet. Always trying to put it on net so that's not icing, but needed a quick change there. So out comes Bastien and Boyd with Roman and Sucic. No, Chopko to try and kill the remaining 32 seconds of this yet another penalty. way too many penalties so far for Vale's liking. I'm sure Coach TJ Rizet would agree with me on that, along with Coach Paul. There goes Bastien. Bastien and Boyd heading down the ice, seeing if they can get their shorthanded. Bastien skating with it. Boyd hanging back, as one should on a penalty kill. Now his turn to forecheck. Very nicely gets that puck away from Durango. He's going to skate it deep. What's he going to do with it? It's just going to kill time. He's circling. He's just very easily handling that puck down there as Boyd centering, trying to go for the goal. Why not? As that penalty is now over. Bankert flies across the ice. Love to see that hustle. And will get replaced by Denton. So that is now Bastien, Denton, Boyd, Sucic with the puck now, and Roman in front of the net. I'm sorry, that's Chopko. Around to Boyd. Boyd, bouncing puck, can't quite do his little flick maneuver. And something's going on again with the refs. No. Thought it was a penalty, but it was just icing waved off. Now, Ryder Boards out there. On the back check is Bastien. Well done. Bates scoreboard into the corner. Up to Denton. Now Ryder. Down. Oh, tangled up is Chopko, trying to go for a change. Ooh! Puck comes loose, and lucky and unlucky is Durango right there, as they almost got a lucky bounce for a breakaway, but then the referee happened to be standing in his usual spot and was just enough of a barrier to slow that breakaway down. And disorganization ruling the ice right now as the puck's just bouncing all over. Ryder Board trying to stop that with a nice pass up to Denton. Denton working, shielding. Stays on his feet. Well done. Into the corner. Looking to center. Oh, and just over Ryder's stick on a good defensive play. Picked up by Sucic. Sucic, can't quite a piece of it. The rebound. Oh, boy. Bankert had it and just launched it over the net. He was trying to shelf it. Just missed. That was a heck of a play. And now, Bankert with the poke check. Coming away with it is, oh, boy. That was Garvey and January. January spinning. Sucic. Bankert. And tipped away. Dory makes the play that would have ended up with a backdoor goal there from Durango, but Dory used that stick very well as January, point blank. Couldn't tell if that was deflected, but it went wide. And that is Sucic to Bankert on a nice strong pass, picked up well by Bankert. Wheeling around, looking for the center. Nothing's there, waiting for his point to get in place. He'll pick the other point. Coles has a cannon's going to shoot. Looking for the tip, though, and then covered for the whistle. So nice little bit of buzzing hockey, high-speed action. Good shift from that lineup. I think we'd probably see even better hockey if we weren't consistently perforated by penalties here. We haven't been able to string things together in a nice flowing line because there's just been too many times where we've had to shift players around, rearrange the bench. Big shot from Cowles. Glove to the side there, picked up by Weinreich. That's Coles. Now Boyd with it. Boyd banks it up. Now it's back to Coles. Coles D to D, missed on by Roman. Oh, turned over. Shot blocked. Picked up now by Rizet. Rizet's got Weinreich and Boyd. Weinreich, he gets around him. Heading down on the right-hand side. Shot left and in. Picked his corner and nailed it. Nice play from Rizet to get that up to him. Weinreich skated speedily out into the right-hand side. Got that goalie to draw over, leaving the far left-hand lower corner of the net wide open. And with a rifle-fast shot, Weinreich puts the 5th goal in for Vale, and it's 5-1 with 7:37 to go. In a game that Vale has dominated, there's still been some disorganization and some bleak points. As the Bastien line out there now. Picked up, shot, just wide from Ryder board. Trying to see numbers down there. I feel like that's Denton. It is. And now Chopko keeping it in. Bastien, Denton. Bastien has it. Shot is just wide. Ryder was there for the potential tip in. Back to Bates Gourbold. Bounces funny off the net. Now picked up by Bastien. Shot. Good shot. Low and wide. Barely caught on the toe of the goaltender's left pad. And good look there from Bastien. And I would say a nice shift from that line. As they've shown definitely some moments of working that puck around low and cycling and doing things right. Bankert now. January and Garvey. And on D, you've got Chopko and Bates Gourbold. Good pressure from Bankert. Garvey. Did it in there. What a move. Tucks it. Centers. Oh, and lifted up and in. January with a miraculous play off a fantastic Bankert to Garvey assist. Bankert got it over to Garvey. Garvey made an incredible left-right maneuver to give himself just enough space to get it over to Cruz January. And Cruz kind of had it in an awkward position on his stick and flipped it up, just up and over the goaltender for the 6th goal of the game. Nice goal from January. 6-1. 6:35 left to play in the third. And I think at this point in the game, I can confidently say that when we are playing 5-on-5, we look fantastic against this Durango team. And all we have to do is try to stay out of the box when we play them again next time. Here goes Rizet. Nice pass again to Weinreich. Weinreich outside on almost a mirror image of the last goal from Weinreich. It was Rizet with a good pass. Weinreich with some speed on the right-hand side, and this time just missed his mark, and the goaltender played the angle a little bit better. So a little bit of a conversation there between Boyd, Weinreich, and Rizet. That could be just them setting up this next face-off play. Weinreich's going to try and win it back to Boyd. Can't quite, but Nash shoots it, flips it up to Boyd. Boyd chops it down, and then